Cheers, we are live.
Hello.
So apologies, we are very late today.
I know. I was finishing off some work. Mark was rushing in from work. Then we couldn't get the thing going because we'd forgotten to plug in the camera. Then we'd forgot to plug in the microphone. So I hope you can hear us okay. I hope you can see us okay. And welcome. So what have we been up to?
What have we been doing? Well, you'll tell from the thumbnail that we actually did a little trip, didn't we?
We did.
We did. So we had quite a very nice.
But before that,
I
just want to talk about the video we already uploaded.
Oh, go ahead. Yes,
which was the Borough Market.
We've been promising this for quite a while.
Yes, and I finally managed to finish editing and upload it today. And Ray commented on our previous live, and she was talking about donuts and how she'd only had Krispy Kreme donuts. And I said to her, Ray, when you next come to London, you've got to try Donut Time and Bread Ahead.
Yeah.
Now, we did, on Samuel's recommendation, we did try Crosstown Donuts.
Yes, we did.
But for me personally, I think the donut that comes out on top, the actual taste of the donut, is Bread Ahead.
Do you know what? This is the thing. So before we start, thank you guys so much for all your recommendations. We really do appreciate it.
Yes.
We will always act on your recommendations where we can, of course.
Within reason.
Yeah. Well, if it's in location.
Yeah.
We can't promise we can fly out to Dubai and try something. But we will try and do that. So we thank you very much for that.
Yes, we do.
The main thing is we do want to give it our honest
opinion.
So we will say how we feel.
Yeah.
And I know it's not to everybody's taste. Kelly knows I'm not a big fan of Krispy Kremes anyway.
No,
but
no.
I know Ray is. So of course, so that just goes to show. And as you know,
lots of people are.
Yeah,
lots of people are.
And as you know, can tell from Kelly and I, our opinions on stuff is completely different.
Yeah.
So we do have that sort of difference of opinion.
But in saying that, I used to love Krispy Kremes. I used to eat, well, I say love Krispy Kremes. There was only one or two that I would really eat. And then sometimes when they would do a seasonal one or a special edition one, I quite liked it. But I did find I couldn't eat more than one in one sitting because they were so super sweet.
Yeah.
They're like really, really sweet.
Well, we know someone that had 4 in one sitting, but we won't say who they are.
Yes.
You know who you are. Anyway, so there we go. So thanks to Samuel's recommendation, Samuel suggested we went to Crosstown in Soho.
Yes.
And try the donuts there. And we have done that, and we will show that on the video. We have been talking, but going back to Kelly's point about Bread Ahead, we had been talking about Borough Market for some time because we shot that probably about 3 weeks ago now. Maybe more. And we haven't just got round to doing it. So that is now uploaded. We had a fantastic time, didn't we?
We really did.
And we tried quite a few bits of food there, which you'll see in the video.
Yeah.
Cut a long story short, going on to the donuts part. So we tried Bread Ahead donuts. So now we've actually done videos on Donut Time, Bread Ahead. We've done the Crosstown.
Yeah.
So if there's any other, I don't know, not specifically donuts, but we are thinking of doing a separate food video, combining all those of one choice, like donuts or what have you.
Yeah.
And so we can do a comparison on there. We will probably try and add in the Krispy Kremes, just so we can do the comparison there. But you're saying,
me personally,
Bread Ahead,
because you know what it is. Like and you know what I did. My favorite donut from Donut Time is Oh My Lord.
Oh yes.
Now they've stopped doing it, and I went online the other day and I saw that it was order online only. So I rushed, to order the Oh My Lord because it's my favorite donut. Sold out. Sold out, and they only do it online only. So I just thought, oh no, if it's sold out, that means they're not going to do any more at all. So I wrote to them. I sent them an email and I said,
"Oh, did you?"
Of course I did.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh, are you going to do Oh My Lord?" I said, "I just noticed it's come back and it's only online only, but it's sold out. Will you be doing it again?" And she said, "Unfortunately, we won't be doing them anytime soon. I was just like, oh, I'm so gutted, absolutely gutted that I missed that block of, do you know what I mean? Because I don't check, because I'm in my mind, I'm not thinking, oh yeah, let's have donuts every week. Do you know what I mean?
No, well, we don't.
So so I missed it, and I'm just like absolutely gutted that I missed my favorite donut.
I know. So for those of you who don't know, the Oh My Law was basically a donut time donut with a passion fruit ice cream.
Yeah,
icing.
But
icing, not ice cream, icing. But it was delicious, and
it had meringue pieces on it. I think as well.
It was one of the best donuts Donut Time did. The fact that they brought it back for a short while and sold out must tell them how popular this is.
Yeah,
but that never seems to happen with shops. They bring back these popular ones, they sell out, and they go, oh, we're sold out, and then we're not bringing them back. I said, well, hang on a second, it's so popular. Why would you miss out on that opportunity? But
not only that, but I didn't realise it was only going to be online.
Now, with all of these online donuts that you order, they are expensive. The reason why we did it, for those of you that don't want to pay that price, you can just see what we think of it.
Yeah,
£26 for 6 donuts from Donut Time is a lot of money for 6 donuts. When you consider you can buy supermarket owned ones between 50p to £1.
Yeah,
these work out. So the cross time ones, the donut time ones, and the bread aheads all work out roughly on average about £4.50 each.
Yeah,
some
roughly.
are less, some are slightly less, some are slightly more.
Yeah.
But they are expensive for what they are. So we just wanted to show you guys what a £4.50 donut tastes like.
Now I do like shop bought donuts. Like I will eat Marks and Spencer's jam donuts. I really like them. I think they're very nice. But sometimes there's just something that bit special with a Donut Time donut, a crosstown donut, or with what you call it, a bread ahead donut. And the thing is, with their combinations and their fillings and all of that, that's what sets them apart, really. And I think what's good about what you call it, Donut Times one, is because they do a lot for vegan as well. Now, while we were in Crosstown, somebody did pop in and say, oh, do you do vegan donuts? And they said, no, we don't. And
Sienna, how are you?
Hey, Sienna, how are you?
You're with Chloe and your little cousin. How are you been? You good? We're just talking about donuts at the moment. So you've just joined us in our donut conversation. We are going to talk about food for a little while. Then we will get on to the Milalima part. But carry on with the donuts.
Yeah, so we were talking about... so I think it just depends on whether you want that. It depends if you're into that sort of thing, whether you want that something different. And I think they're good as a treat. So, you know, when we get stuff, it is for our vlogs or things like that. There are times before we sort of started vlogging and things like that where we would just get them as a treat. But now when we think about, well, what would people think of this, or what would people think of that? So when we do buy, you know, cakes or donuts, or we go to a restaurant, our first thought is, you know, to show you guys, really. That's the first thought, and to see what you think. But a lot of the times we're trying it for the first time. But places like Inamo, places like Dishoom, we would never have gone to try. We would have just stuck to the usual restaurants that we would go to. So while we're doing all of this, we are doing it and we're experiencing things for the first time ourselves. Like I said, you know, ping pong. Ping pong I had experienced before, but I hadn't experienced the unlimited, which we had both experienced together. The unlimited. So sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say. So Sienna said it's her birthday.
Happy birthday!
In 3 weeks' time.
Happy birthday for 3 weeks' time.
Well, we will remember for 3 weeks' time.
Yeah,
so
I'll try.
What have you got planned? And Samuel says hello.
Hi, Samuel. How are you?
Just talking about you, actually, Samuel, and your we were just on the donut exploration.
Yeah, and recommendations.
Yes.
So so I think that's it, isn't it? Really, I think you've got to choose what you feel will benefit you, because I think with donut time, like I said, somebody popped in while we were in Crosstown and said, oh, do you do any vegan? And they didn't. Now, I don't know if that's a usual thing, whether in the past they have done vegan donuts, because donuts change, because they change with the seasons, or somebody comes up with a new flavor and all of that type of stuff. That's why it's always worth going in and checking these things out, because while there might not be a donut for you at that time, there may be a donut for you in the future or later on. So that's what I say, you know, go and check it out and try. But with donut time, if you are vegan, they do quite a good range of vegan donuts. I don't know about Krispy Kreme. I don't know if they do vegan donuts. I've not heard of them doing vegan donuts.
Well, Samuel we've got a few messages from Samuel. So how are we both? I'm good, thank you. He says.
Good. How are you?
Yeah, he said he's good.
Good.
Samuel also says, so sad you didn't enjoy Crosstown as much as I thought you would. We did enjoy.
We did enjoy. We did enjoy. Them. Yes.
So sorry, we don't want to give the impression we did. We did actually like them.
Yeah.
I'll talk a bit about what we ate actually in a bit. Samuel said Crosstown said they don't do vegan. Did they do them?
No, they don't.
Oh, no, they don't. No, that's right.
Yeah.
So I was mixing it up with creme, which we'll come on to in a bit.
Yeah. No, Crosstown don't do. Well, somebody popped their head in and said, "Do you do vegan?" While we were there, and they said no. So I didn't know if that was a normal thing, or if later on they might do vegan, or if they did vegan at a specific time, but then don't do vegan anymore. You know how they change with seasonal things. So
so we're gonna we're gonna share this one. I'm gonna wash my hands later for our little Melima thing, but a live try. So this is the pumpkin spice Starbucks cookie.
We've tried it on.
Well, I'm gonna try it again online.
I was thinking this is a live try.
Oh, Samuel said they do.
Oh, they do. Oh, so it must just have not been on that day then. Because we were there.
We looked, we couldn't see any. Now, we probably shouldn't have said where they don't, because like I said...
No, they don't. Somebody popped their head in and said...
Oh, do you do vegan?
Yeah, and he said no. And then, so basically there were two shop helpers. And what happened was, one of the shop assistants, she was helping us. Somebody popped their head in, another potential client, popped their head in and said, do you do vegan donuts? The gentleman, the other shop assistant, said, no, we don't do vegan. And then the lady shop assistant said, what do you do? What did she say? And he goes, do we do vegan? And he said, no, we don't. So that was what I was saying. Oh, no, they don't.
I must have switched off.
Yeah, you were switched off.
I was looking at the donuts. Samuel said, that's so strange. They normally do vegan and non-vegan and a few varieties. Take a look at that, guys. So that is the cookie. You can see there, it's got cranberries in it. It's actually got pumpkin seeds in it. It's got a really, really nice pumpkin. And you can look at that orange colour. Yeah,
and it's crumbling all over the laptop.
Well,
as he's showing you that.
Samuel said, but I have a little funny fact for you. Oh, go on, tell us your funny fact.
Go on.
We're looking forward to your funny fact. Does it involve cookies?
So that was just a little thing. So as Samuel said, like I said, they probably did do it in the past, or just at that point didn't have any in. But that was just when someone popped in their head. But what was surprising was we were in Soho a few weeks ago. And so I must have been about whenever we did the Inimo video is when we were in Soho. And what was surprising about that was there was a donut time there, and we bought donuts from that donut time.
Yeah, we did.
When we went this week, it was gone.
2 weeks later.
No, it wasn't 2 weeks. More than that. Yeah, Inimo we did a while ago, and it was the shop was shut. I was so shocked, so surprised.
So Samuel said the Crosstown store in Marylebone is fully vegan. So all their donuts, I believe, cookies and drinks are all vegan.
Wow.
So there you go.
That's very much, there are two different types of pret-a-manger. There's pret-a-manger where everything's mixed, and there's veggie pret. So everything in pret-a-manger is veggie, yeah, and the veggie pret.
Where's the veggie pret?
They're all over, but the one that I know is near Old Street. There's a veggie pret near Old Street.
Samuel, we didn't know that. So you got any vegans watching? there's a really good tip from Samuel that you can actually get a fully vegan
crosstown. So there you go. Do you know what I mean? But it's always good to know these things, because when what shocked me then is when she put her head in and said, do you do any vegan donuts? And he said no. He should have said to her, but the one in Marylebone is fully vegan.
Samuel said there's one in Soho, a veggie Pret, and he said everything in Soho is everything is in Soho.
But yeah, I know that there are a few veggie Prets around, but that's what I'm saying. That's what's good about certain companies, where they are now catering. They are now catering for things like that. Mark's offering me bits of leftover biscuit that he's eaten.
None there.
Yeah, and gave me a tiny little piece.
Well, there you are.
Yeah. So,
actual fact. Samuel said he loves a good Pret. Now then,
I love a good Pret.
Pret a Manger is Kelly's bag. What would you order if you were to go into Pret a Manger?
I normally only go, well, I do go in for lunches, but mainly I go to Pret for breakfast. So when I go to Pret for breakfast, I get ham and cheese croissant, hot chocolate, and a what do you call it? Apple and ginger shot. Now the thing is with the breakfast, which I really enjoy, they used to do an egg mayo and bacon croissant, which they used to cut down the middle, filled with egg mayo, bacon, and a bit of ketchup. Oh my love, that I'm telling you, that was so delicious, and I was heartbroken when they stopped doing it. But it used to be crispy bacon anyway. I'm not really a lover of streaky crispy bacon, but that's how they used to do it. But it was delicious, and it is very much like Eat. Eat used to do this cappuccino cake, and that was really delicious as well. And they stopped doing that. Listen, when places stop doing things, I get heartbroken.
Samuel said, I love the turmeric latte.
Oh yeah, turmeric latte. Yeah. Do you know what? I've not tried it, but a friend of mine, she tried it, but she tried it in Eat, I think. She didn't try it in Pret, so I'm not sure. But I've not tried it.
So Samuel said they do a dark chocolate and almond butter cookie. And if you got it, it just came out of the oven. It is perfection.
Oh, really?
I didn't realise they'd actually do that, actually.
Do you ever go at Christmas? And I think, maybe it might be at Eat, actually. At Eat, they do this mince pie bar. So instead of a mince pie, it's actually in a bar. And it is so delicious. Oh, my goodness. I can't get over it. And then places that do it in a square, like mince square, like a crumble top. Oh, it's just, I can't. It's delicious.
Oh, so we new subscriber, King Europe.
Hi, King Europe. Welcome. Thank you.
Welcome. He said hello. By the way, subscribed yesterday from the Tassimo video.
Oh wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We'd love to have new subscribers. We're just talking basically at the moment. We're just talking about food. What happened was Kelly and I have been doing quite a few videos on donuts recently. So we've thanks to Samuel's recommendation, we actually went to do crosstown donuts. We've already done the donut time donuts. Then we went off to do, well, we've done Krispy Kremes. And then we did Bread Ahead, which is at Borough Market. Now, these are sort of the more expensive donuts, about £4.50 each. So we were looking to see which we preferred. We did like the Samuel one, actually, but I think it's the one which we do. Samuel says we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Just got to do something.
No problem.
We'll see you in a bit.
So, is it King Europe, is it?
Yeah, King Europe.
So, what videos is it you're interested in, or what content is it you're interested in? Because I noticed you subscribe from the Tassimo video. So, is it you prefer reviews? Is it you like food? What is it you're into?
King Europe said best donuts are the cheap ones in the supermarket bakery.
We just spoke about that, actually. Yes.
Do you know what? My favourites were always Morrison's Own. The quality is actually really, really good. And for 50p for 6,
yeah,
that's a lot more than you would get from the £4.50.
It's so true. And you know, you get your Sainsbury's and your Tesco, but me personally, I always like the Marks and Spencer's. Their jam donuts are really, really delicious. But not only that, their apricot croissant or apricot Danish. I don't know what people want to call it these days, but that is mwah. Yeah. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But I go to a lot. My preference, if we're talking about pastries, I really enjoy pecan plats.
Yeah, that's one of your favourites, isn't it?
I can't tell you which one I prefer more, pecan plat or apricot croissant. But because you don't get apricot croissant that often, or apricot Danish that often, I end up having the pecan plat.
Oh, I was looking at buying a machine, but you were both entertaining, so happy to watch anything. Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Well, do you know what, with the Tassimo, let's talk about coffee machines for a little bit, actually, because you raised the point, so we'll discuss the coffee machine. Tassimo, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, pound for pound, is one of the best valuers. Now, I've got the Tassimo machine. I bought an espresso machine. Both, I was told to get rid of one. Both the one that does the small cup.
We have 3 coffee machines. How many coffee machines does one person need?
Lots. So we need both the smaller cup and the larger cup ones.
Yeah.
Now the coffee quality is obviously slightly better with an espresso, but what is great about the Tassimo machine, and I've got to give it its full due, the pods are relatively cheap, so for about $5. And then of course you can do hot chocolate. You can do coffee. It even does tea.
It does tea, yeah. So it does tea. It does hot chocolate. It does coffee. So if you've got, I feel it's the best machine if you have a family, or if you're just a person that likes hot chocolate. I just feel that it's a good all-rounder. That's my personal opinion.
I don't think you necessarily need to have a family for it, but
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's good for if you like.
All-rounder,
yeah, it's a good all-rounder.
Now, depending on your taste in coffee, it does kind of like the Kenko type sort of brands. If you want something a bit more posh, I suppose an espresso one is quite good. But what I do love about the Tassimo, the flat white on the Tassimo, really recommend that one, Kenko flat white. It's milky already, so you don't need to add any milk, and actually it's quite naturally sweet. So that would be my recommendation for the coffee. Would be. I
thought you liked the vanilla or the caramel.
Well, the vanilla and the caramel are nice, but they're lattes.
Yeah.
And they are quite good as well. Yeah, the gingerbread one's delicious. If you like gingerbread, that is so good. And when you smell it, when the steam comes through.
And the Bailey's one is very good as well. You see, they have a real range of coffees. So if you're looking for something that's reasonably priced and that's a good all-rounder, hands down, it's the Tassimo.
So King Europe has said, I've got a Tassimo arriving tomorrow. Oh, you've ordered it.
Wow, good for you.
I currently grind beans fresh with the grinder and use an AeroPress, but I've never
you won't get coffee as good as that.
And whipping milk manually is such a pain. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Now, one of the things we did buy was a milk frother.
Yes, we did.
Which we have. I did a review ages ago, and actually, in fact, somebody deleted it. But it was on the frother. So it is expensive, the milk frother, but it is quite good. So the idea is you put an espresso one, it's 60 quid. So it's quite expensive for a frother, but it is dishwasher safe, which is one of the very few that is dishwasher safe. The velvetizer, the Hotel Chocolate velvetizer, is not dishwasher safe. So you do have to manually wash it. This one you can just bung in the dishwasher, but it's quick to wash anyway. And it's got 3 settings on. So you've got 4 settings. You've got cold, you've got the full froth, and there's the cappuccino froth, and I think there's another one which I forget off the top of my head. And that will automatically froth that for you, and you just pour it in, and it's quite consistent with the frothing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you say, manually frothing milk is a pain.
Yeah, because there's one that I had that you could actually, you just had to push it up and down, and that was to froth milkshake, let's say, and things like that.
Very fancy.
But I'm all about trying to make things as convenient as possible. That doesn't mean to say oven food every night or takeaways every night.
That's because we're lazy.
Whatever, like that. But when you want to make a quick coffee, or when you want to make a quick hot chocolate, or when tea takes its time, you need to give it that brew time and all of that type of stuff. So I will always make tea the old-fashioned way, and Mark makes me tea the old-fashioned way. And that's the only thing that we have with regards to drink old-fashioned way, because I think you're up for more. You do make the filter, the press, you do make cafetiere coffee, but not very often.
Well, yeah, I've got to say, actually, the press one, Nespresso's good, but you're quite limited now. I do like flavored coffee, and I know that's not always the popular one, but Nespresso do 3, which they do one called muffin, one called vanilla, and there's another one I think they call cookie, which tastes a little bit like a cookie. Those are the only 3 flavors they do. Now, occasionally they bring seasonal ones in, so they'll occasionally bring in the pumpkin spice during this time of year, and they had one called vanilla princess cupcake, which was amazing, and they stopped it.
Yeah, they haven't done it since.
So, but one thing, actually, luckily it's here. That's convenient, isn't it? I got into these Whittards ones. If you can see that, that's vanilla ground coffee. So it's got the vanilla in there, and there's another one which I've got there, which is the hazelnut one. So these ones are already ground. You put them in your coffee grinder. Your press, cafetiere, that's the word. And it's already flavored. So these are good to go. You don't need to grind them in.
Yeah.
They're about...
But they also grind them on the premises for you.
Well, these ones actually are all pre-ground.
Yeah, they're all but if you were to get fresh beans from Whittards or from Starbucks, they grind it for you.
Yeah, they will
grind it on the premises for you, so then you don't have to come home and then put it in your grinder. But we've got a grinder anyway.
Somewhere, yeah.
What do you mean somewhere? You've got it on the side there.
Yeah, it's gone on the bed. I haven't used it for a while. That was another recommendation. We were going to do that as a video recommendation video. The one grinder I would recommend. So I bought a James Martin one, which is £10. Now it's down on Amazon at the time. I bought this about 2 years ago as the bestseller, or sorry, the Amazon Choice one, and I would definitely recommend it. It grinds the thing into a fine powder. It's very small and compact. I should do a review on that one actually, because it was such a good little grinder. 4 and it does spices as well. But for coffee, that was the best one to do. So that was the one I was going to use.
Yeah, I was looking for an inexpensive grinder that did wet ingredients as well as dry. And I'm still on the hunt for one, because the ones that I'm seeing are like £50 and all of this, and everything these days is £50. Like 50, who's got £50 just to, willy-nilly just, I'll buy this for £50, I'll buy that for £50.
Well, most of the coffee makers are that kind of thing as well. And you've got the ones like DeLonghi and stuff like that, which are much, much more expensive.
Yeah.
Where they're in the hundreds. And they come with the frothers in, but I've not looked at those ones.
Well, I feel like with the Tassimo, we bought it under. This is the thing. If you go on the Tassimo website, it is slightly more expensive. However, you can get a coffee bundle with it. And I always thought, and plus they did the color. Oh no, they didn't do the color that I wanted, but what they did a really good deal, and it was something like £34 or something ridiculous. And I bought one for my mum, and I bought one for my brother, and I got them the encompassing coffee, the coffee bundle to go with it, and I got them different flavors, so that they could try. But it is by far the most reasonably priced with regards to drinks.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think so. There you are. That's our very whistle-stop tour on coffee machines. But if you're getting the Tassimo, I think that's a really good purchase, really good value for money. The new ones actually is much more streamlined. So the one we did the review on was one of the older versions, which is, I think
ours one was a VV2.
Yeah, I think
Tassimo
so.
VV2.
Yeah, and that's small as it is, but the new ones are even smaller. They're much more slimlined. So there you go.
Yeah,
I think you'll enjoy it. So I hope you enjoy your new Tassimo when it arrives.
Now, bear in mind with the Tassimo, which I did explain in the video, that when you put your discs in, the laser will actually read the disc.
Yeah. So
it will read you the barcode, and you have, and I don't know with the Tassimos now, but with my Tassimo, or with our Tassimo, you have a little disc inside, which is a yellow disc, which you put on to rinse the coffee machine. Now, I've had a lot of comments on the Tassimo machine saying that if you leave it in, it will do hot water. That is true, it will do hot water, but bear in mind the yellow disc is to rinse your Tassimo. So if you're rinsing your Tassimo and you leave your yellow disc in there to produce hot water for tea, it is rinsing the machine, and every time it's rinsed, all the stuff that is in the machine that's being rinsed is going into your cup. So that's just one thing to bear in mind, because a lot of people say, oh yeah, if you leave the disc in, that is true, it will produce hot water, but the point of the disc is to rinse the machine. It says it in the instructions. I didn't read anything in the instructions that says you can use it as hot water.
But whatever floats your boat.
Yeah,
but
if you want to leave it as hot water, that's fine. That's
what was I going to say? Oh, for the love of God, don't throw away the yellow disc.
Yeah, don't
throw away that
the
yellow disc. No. Otherwise, you'll never be able to make coffee. Oh, we've got a new one. Karthik S. Reddy. You should try full English breakfast at Hawksmoor. Thank you so much for your comment, Kelly.
I tried the full English at Hawksmoor. The video's up. I tried it a while ago, but in saying that, what was I saying recently?
Do you know what? Funny you should say it, and thank you for joining us. Actually,
thank you.
Welcome. Welcome as well. Funny you should say that. Kelly did it before, but Kelly did it on her own, and I wanted to go and join for the full English breakfast at Hawksmoor. Ashfaq, talk a bit about it. What for anybody that's watching that hasn't.
Okay, so with the Hawksmoor breakfast, and you have to get up early, and there's only one place that does it, which is in Moorgate. The other Hawksmoors, I believe, do not do it. It's only the one in Moorgate, which is the one that I went to, and I went with a friend at the time, and I really enjoyed it. It came with a bacon chop, and it came with sausages and all of. And I knew I couldn't eat it on my own. The only thing I had to try and get my head around was the bone marrow. Now you could get the bone marrow, and then you can spread it on the. I'm doing this. You can just spread it on the toast. Now, bone marrow is not everybody's cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea, but I can totally see why people would enjoy it. Totally see why people would enjoy it. It's just for me. It's just very rich. It's really rich. So if you're into things like like rich food and rich. Bone marrow is definitely for you, 100%.
So instead of bacon, you get a bacon chop.
Yeah.
That's right. You get their version of Bubble and Squeak, which I believe has actually got bits of beef in it, hasn't it?
Oh, it was a while. That's why I said we have to go again.
Yeah.
I tried it about a year. No, maybe more. A year or two ago. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wouldn't have been last year. So I think I tried it in 2019, 2018. So you can see how long ago that I tried it, that I have to go back again.
Mushroom you get with it. And from memory as well, from looking at the menu, you also get what they call pig's trotter beans. So that's actually got the baked beans, and they've actually got bits of pork in them. So tiny little bits of bacon in them, which you can have as well to give flavour to the beans.
God, it's been so long.
So Karthik, have you had it?
Have you had it? Did you enjoy it? Would you go back again?
So have you gone to the Hawksmoor thing, or is it just something you're interested in trying?
Yeah. We are going to go back again to try it. It's just been I just tried it a long time ago, so the memory obviously fades from however many years ago.
So King Europe says, sounds nice, but nothing beats a cheap brekkie from a greasy spoon.
This is also true. Do you know what? I can't remember the last time I went to a greasy spoon.
Well, actually, we did. I don't know if you've been, Kingsley, if you've got a Toby Carvery near you, but we did upload our video of Toby Carvery breakfast. Now that is really, really cheap. It's about
$4.99.
$4.99 for all you can eat.
Yeah.
Unlimited sausages, bacon, eggs, tomato, beans, unlimited toast, unlimited tea or coffee if you get that.
The only things missing for me, Bubble and Squeak.
Yeah.
And what you call it, black pudding.
We haven't finished yet. So we've also got mushrooms and unlimited hash browns, and also they do Yorkshire pudding. But the Yorkshire pudding they do for the breakfast has actually got onions in it, so you can actually have that as part with your breakfast. I've never had Yorkshire pudding before for breakfast, and they will do it all for $4.99.
Yeah.
Even cheaper than most cafes, I think.
Yeah, but also but you pay for your tea and coffee extra, but it's not that much extra. Your tea, your coffee, your lemonade, or your whatever soft drink you want. But with the Yorkshire pudding, where they put sometimes it's bacon and onion, so you've got to be careful. So if you are vegetarian, you might want to ask, and they also do like a potato hash. Not hash browns, but potato hash with the onions and bacon in it as well. Yeah. So there's a real good choice at the Toby Carvery breakfast. And $4.99. You can't go wrong with that, as
So,
far as I'm concerned.
Karthik hasn't done, by the sounds of it, he said, thank you, that's on my bucket list. So I'm assuming you haven't done the
Right.
Right, we will bear that in mind. We do want to go and do it. Because I don't eat meat, we normally bring someone else along to help Kelly do the meat bit.
Yeah, because I can't eat
No.
any meal that we go to. I cannot finish what is on my plate. So normally I like to bring someone along to help me. We went to, where did we go to recently? Oh, Blacklock.
Oh,
we
yes.
went to Blacklock recently. And they piled this meat high on a plate, and I was just looking at it thinking, I'm not even going to finish that.
So if you imagine that's the plate, they put at the base, they put actual beef. Then they pile on top of that a couple of steaks, lamb steaks. Then on top of that, then they have a couple of pork chops as well, and it's all piled on your plate high like that.
Because they did for sharing. Yeah, because they did flatbread, but really it was like a naan bread, like a garlic naan bread, but like 2 strips. And then, as Mark said, yeah, they had like beef, but not big bits of beef. And then they had they put lamb cutlets, and I think there was probably about 4 lamb cutlets, you know, and then a couple of pork. He called it pork belly, but it didn't look like pork belly to me, because I know what pork belly looks like, and I've had pork belly many times. But he said it was pork belly, and I don't think it was. I think it was actually pork chops. And so there was a couple of pork chops on there, and then there was like 4 lamb cutlets on there, and a couple bits of beef on there, and then the flatbread. And then you could choose I think you could choose 2 sides, and so we chose what do you call it, sweet potato.
Oh, that's sweet potato. So this sweet potato has been cooked for 10 hours in a is it an oven or just in charcoal? But it's really charred on the outside, but it's so super soft and squidgy in the middle. It's really sweet.
Yeah,
really recommend that one. What else did you have?
And then we had fries.
That was
fries.
It. Good old fries.
Good old fries. I'll always, if there's fries on the menu, I'll always have fries. More often than not, they're good, but then a couple of times you'll get them, because some people like this, you know, this double cooked and this triple cooked fries business. And I just think that it doesn't make it crispy, for me anyway. It makes it a little bit more hard rather than crispy.
So Karthik has asked, any favorite Indian food you guys like? Absolutely, let's do. So you may have seen, we did a video at Dishoom. Now Dishoom was
that was a few videos, few videos ago. It was recent, but a few videos ago.
Was it Delhi? I've forgotten the street food.
Oh, Bombay.
Oh, Bombay. Sorry, beg your pardon. So that was Bombay street food. So based upon Bombay street food. Really, really nice. If you go there, definitely recommend the black dal. That was so delicious. Really flavorful.
And I recommend the lamb. The lamb samosas were, they were on point, those lamb samosas.
So my favorite Asian dish has always been biryani. That's my favorite dish. If I go to order any Indian dish, or that is what I would go for, particularly, and it would be a toss up between vegetable biryani or prawn biryani, prawn biryani. Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
I always have to have a Peshwari naan with that, because that is our favorite naan.
Peshwari naan, yeah. I can't have Indian food without Peshwari naan.
I don't often go for the dessert, but if I do, I would go for gulab jamun, which is one of my favorite Indian desserts. Which is that's so good.
I've been to, when they don't have Peshwari naan on the menu, I always get disappointed. Dishoom don't have Peshwari naan.
No, I know.
On the menu, and I was disappointed. I was like, oh no. But the lamb was really good, and the lamb, I've got to say, even now, I will in my opinion, you won't find a better lamb samosa than.
Oh, you really?
Yeah,
you rate it that highly?
Yeah, I rate it that highly, and it's very rare. It's very rare that I would give a 10 for anything. But I've got to say, the lamb samosas, they 1 point.
We haven't recommended your favorite main. Before you do, how about you, Karthik? What's your favorite Indian dish? What would you recommend? Have you got any recommendations for us, or by recommendations, dishes or places to go? Go on, what was your favorite meal?
In general, what's everybody's favorite main dish? Like in general, from any cuisine, what is your favorite main dish? I think we spoke about this in the last.
Yeah, I think we did a little bit. We're
yeah.
crossing over, but never mind. We've got
never mind.
New people to watch. Go
yes. For me,
because Karthik asked about Indian food.
Indian food. Well, there was a place that I used to like to go to.
Hello.
How are you?
You good?
I hope you're well. I hope you've not been bothered by Grammarly. The thing that I like is that there was an
We're good,
Indian,
thanks, Neha. Thank you.
and they did 2 dishes that I really liked. Fury fish curry. I used to love that. And the other one was Nepalese biryani. Those were the 2 that I liked from our takeaway. But it got taken over by new management, and the Fury fish curry went on. That Indian place though, that the Indian restaurant had won awards. So it was such a shame that they'd been taken over by new.
Oh, King of Europe said he has to go, but good luck with the rest of your stream, and thank you for asking my questions. No,
you're
more than welcome.
You are more than welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining. We do lives every Tuesday and Friday, so if you 6 o'clock. So if you do want to join us, although we're a bit late today, please do. But thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Oh, Neha says she just had fish curry.
Oh, nice. I like a fish curry.
Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Did you make it yourself?
Yeah. Did you make it yourself? I've got to say, if I had to choose curries, which was my favourite curry, out of any curry, it's got to be Thai green curry.
Yeah.
I love Thai green curry. It's my favourite curry of all the curries. But it depends on how it's made, because sometimes, whatever it is, obviously with going from restaurant to restaurant, different restaurants add and take things away. And there are a couple of restaurants that may add a bit too much oil, which may not agree with me. But other than that, I love Thai green curry. It's my favourite.
Right, Neha, I need to ask you a question, okay? There's something coming up in London that I know you would like, but can you guess what it is? I'm gonna let you have a think about it while we're doing it. You know what it is.
Yeah, because there's been adverts all over the TV, but she may not have the right channels.
Oh, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
You got to guess.
You got to guess what's coming up.
Look at that. Friends Fest. I've just been looking at it, and all in block capitals. So it's yes, everybody. We're going to change the subject slightly. So changing the subject slightly, you may have seen in one of our previous videos, Kelly and I this summer, or I know it's still technically summer, but earlier this summer, Kelly and I went to Friends Fest in London. So we got to look at the Friends Fest studio. We will come on to Harry Potter, sorry for those of you waiting for that, later on and show you our purchases for Millalima. But we're just going to go on to Friends Fest for now. So yeah, we went to the Friends Fest in the summer, early summer, and just had a look round. So what happened in there, basically, for those of you who've never been, they in the middle of, was it Hyde Park? Which part was it again? Clapham Common. Clapham Common, they set up a huge, it was Comedy Central, set up a huge little area for Friends Fest. Now, what it is, for those who have never been, it's basically almost like an outdoor, almost like a festival, really. You turn up, and they've got all these sort of stalls set out in ode to the show. So what they have done in the main tent is they've set up the exact replicas of Chandler and Joey's apartment, Monica and Rachel's apartment, and also as well as Ross's apartment as well. So those are the 3. And essentially you queue up and you get to sit in the actual replicas there, and they will take your photo of you whilst you're in the actual thing.
The thing is, I had gone previously. I think I went in 2018. So I went in 2018. We've gone in 2020. Now, no, 2021, sorry. Yeah. 2018, 2021. Now, Mark didn't come with me to the 2018 one, but a friend of mine did come with me to the 2018 one. Now, the big differences are, now I've got videos. So I've got several videos up of the 2018, and I've got one video up of the 2021. And the big differences are obviously pre-pandemic, post-pandemic. Well, not post-pandemic because we're still in the pandemic. But anyway, so pre-pandemic, you could actually walk around the set. You could actually open the freezer and see Joey's version of The Shining in the freezer and things like that. And you've only just watched that episode.
Yeah, I've only just seen that episode where he's so scared of The Shining, he puts it in the freezer.
In the freezer, right? Okay. So you could actually walk around the set. You could, you know, take pictures at different locations on the set and all of that type of stuff. You go to Monica and Rachel's apartment, you can do the same. You go to Ross's apartment, you can do the same. However, now during the pandemic, a lot of things have changed, so they don't want people touching things and all of that. So they do photo opportunities. So now they do several shots within one place. Or several so in one apartment they'll do several shots, then in the next apartment they'll do several shots. When you get to the corridor part, the corridor between the, you know, Joey and Chandler's and Rachel and Monica, or Monica and Rachel's, you can take your own photo and then you move on to the next one. So the whole Friends Fest is all photo opportunities. So basically, you can then go on, and before you could do the wedding dress scene with "I do" and throw the flowers and things like that. You can't do those types of things now, but there are other photo opportunities that you can do.
So Karthik's just said Joey's book, hilarious. Oh, and Nihal saying, I'm thinking go with my friends.
Oh, wow.
So you could go.
Go, definitely go.
So anyway, for those of you that are interested in Friends as well, with the Friends Fest, we may go. We're not sure yet whether we will.
Yeah.
This will be the same thing, but Christmas themed.
Yes.
So the idea is it's going to run for, I believe, November and early December. But it's actually going quite, I think it's right up to mid-December from what I just saw from the dates.
It'd be in different areas, like, because it will tour.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It will tour the country. So I think the last time there was one in Birmingham and Manchester and all of those places. When they did it when I went the first time, which was in 2018, it was actually in Kennington, in Vauxhall. And I thought that was quite a good area, Kennington, but they've moved it. I mean, it's not Kennington and Clapham, they're not too far apart from each other. But I just felt like with Clapham Common, it's just such an odd place because there's different parts of the common and they're separated by a road and all of this. So when the taxi dropped us off, we were very far.
Oh, God.
From where it was.
We were right at the other end of the park because he didn't know.
He didn't know. We didn't know because we haven't been there before. And really, we kind of needed where the Clapham Common station is, tube station sort of. That would have been nearer for us. But we were at the opposite end. But Clapham Common is very big. So just be mindful when you're going that you know where you're going because there was no signs either. It was actually one of the where the cab dropped us off. There was a store because we were looking around, we didn't know, and then he directed us to where it was, which was past the pagoda. Is that
yeah, that's
the
right.
Pagodas?
So if you do go, just be mindful of that as well. If you are going to the London one, I mean, it may be in a different location.
It might be. I don't think it is, but it might be. I'll double check.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it for you. So if we do go, we will try and get you some hints and tips if we do go. I'm not sure we will because we have been to the summer one. The gift shop. Again, just be mindful as well. It's not as wide as it once was. So before, you used to have a huge range of T-shirts. When we went in the summer, they had one T-shirt. That is it, and it had the duck and the chick on it.
Yeah.
I was expecting after the Friends logo and different pictures of the.
Your Friends T-shirt was better than you.
Yeah, I know. So I bought a Friends T-shirt actually to go there. But it had one of it's from the scene where Joey puts on all Chandler's clothes and does the lunges.
Could I be wearing any more clothes?
That's the one. So that was the one that I bought for that one as well. But yeah, it was just one star, and that one star was for all the clothes. So the T-shirt, the hoodie, you could not get any other stars. I thought they would at least have the Friends logo across there. So
or just Friends. A group of the Friends.
Yeah.
The Friends together. In there are famous pictures of the four of them together. So there's one where they're walking, there's one where they're sitting on a what do you call it, scaffolding, whatever. There's one where they're laying down, there's one where they're drinking milkshake. I would have thought any one of those pictures, those iconic pictures, would be on a t-shirt, but not a one.
No.
Not a one was on a t-shirt.
So you may find actually, and they're about £25 from that. Was it 20 or £25? I can't remember. It's in the video.
It's in the video. Yeah.
But yeah, so just bear that in mind. It will be, now hopefully it'll be different, but it will be one style of t-shirt. So don't get your hopes up hoping you can see a big wide range of t-shirts, because you won't get it.
Yeah.
There is some good merch there though.
There is some good merch, but
not as much as you said the time before.
Yeah, and the problem was when I went before, because you could get mochocolate, right, which was the fake chocolate that Monica was making to for the holidays, that tasted really horrible, if anybody remembers that. And they did bars of the mochocolate, and they did the Hugsy, which I bought. They did Hugsy that year, but the Hugsy that they did this year, I felt was smaller than my Hugsy that I've got upstairs.
Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah.
And I think it was, the actual product was smaller.
Yeah.
If you're going to buy food there as well, just be wary. You can't pay at, well, it may have changed, but you cannot pay at the stores. So you download the QR code, you order what you want, and you pay on your phone. So if you haven't got that phone,
a smartphone that can download the app and pay via the app, because they're not even doing
the cards.
Tap.
No,
you can't tap and pay.
So you'll need a phone that's able to do that if you want to buy something to eat and drink.
Yeah.
Oh, Nihal said, is it expensive? The food is a bit pricey. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the food's a bit pricey, but no different than what you would expect to be pricey, if that makes sense. So when you go to these sort of like festivals and blah blah blah, they are slightly expensive. So for food and things like that, it will be expensive. I don't know if they allow you to bring in drinks.
I'm not sure. No, there is a bar there, so you can go with the bar again.
But I mean, bottles of water and stuff.
No, probably. Well, we didn't,
because I'm sure, because they searched our bags, but I didn't have any bottles of water in my bag and stuff. So I'm not sure whether you can bring drinks in, as in, you know, soft drinks. That I'm not sure about, but they do have a place other than the bar, because the bar's more for the adults, but for families and things like that, you know, you've got Phoebe's Buffet, you've got Joey's the Joey Special and all of that, and they do sell soft drinks, and bottles of water and things like that.
But again, remember, you will need your phone to order them in.
Yeah. And also, we didn't get any drinks. We didn't get any drinks from Central Perk.
No, we didn't.
So I don't know how Central Perk were doing their
Hello, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
How are you?
I don't know how Central Perk were doing their how their payments were working.
No. Exactly.
So
you can get coffee at Central Perk if you want to.
But if you're talking about the gift shop, then yes. Elements of the gift shop are expensive.
So you can get things like diaries, you can get, like I said, you can notepads, pens, or sort of basic stationery. They do socks, and they've got each of the characters' names on the socks if you want to get those. Some of the more expensive items, they sell a Lego set.
Oh God, yeah, the Lego set was.
Yeah, I was going to say, so it's a Lego set of Central Perk. So the actual set there. The only thing is that's about 60 quid, so it is expensive. Karthik's got a friend's quiz question. What was Gunther's job before he worked at Central Perk?
He was Brian on all he played Brian in a sitcom. And I want to say it was All Our Children or All Our Lives. I was Brian on all my children, on All Our Children, All Our Lives. Something like that. Apparently,
they did a quiz, a poll on Gunther. And apparently, in the UK, the most popular character was Gunther. Apparently, that's what they said. Gunther was very popular in the UK. I don't know why, but he just was. Probably that because he was quite down. But yeah, he was very, very very popular there.
If you look at Neha's channel, she has a Friends question, like how well do you know Friends or something like that, and I couldn't even answer all the questions, and I'm a huge Friends fan. I still can't tell you what Chandler does for a living. It's to do with data. I know he's not an accountant, obviously, but yeah, he's yeah, something to do with data.
What was the name on Chandler's what's the name on Chandler's TV guide? Do you know that one? Right, we'll see. We'll let that one fizzle for a bit. So basically, when the TV guy comes in, what's the name that they have delivered there to Chandler and Joey's apartment? No, I said, oh no, they didn't really say in the show what Chandler was doing.
They did, but later on, Monica says what his job is.
Oh yeah, a soap opera actor on All My Children.
Yeah, Brian.
There you go.
That was his name, Brian. He played the part of Brian.
There we go. The Friends thing as well. So we got two Friends fans here. It's funny how we got onto that subject. Funny enough, we went from food over to Friends.
Yeah, and Minnie's very much into Friends. She can't be here because she's at school. But yeah, Minnie is also into Friends, and I know that Minnie and Samuel and who else, Ray are all into Harry Potter. So we're going to come on to Harry Potter in a minute because I went and bought some things at the weekend. And I need to wash my hands for this next bit because I need to handle the things that you bought, which we don't want to get messy. So for the Harry Potter fans there, I hope there are some here. We are going to show you our purchases very quickly as to what we bought. But anyway, you can carry on about Friends until I come back. Yeah. So so obviously I was very into Friends when obviously back in the day. And but when I went to New York, the only place that I went to was Bleecker Street because they do mention Bleecker. But I also went to the Russian tea rooms as well because Chandler mentions it when they're looking for Marcel, I think it is. And so I went to the Russian tea rooms. So those were the only two places that I actually went to, Bleecker Street and to the Russian tea rooms. But what do I think of the Russian tea rooms? I felt that yeah, it was yeah, it was a bit of a surreal experience really, because you're there and you don't really realize, oh yeah, I've come here for afternoon tea, and it was on Friends. It was just crazy. So, and it was nice to go to, it was nice to be in New York, to be honest. Oh, we got Shish Kebab said the Draco have nothing to do with Harry Potter. Oh, Shish Kebab joined us. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Right. Okay, then, guys. We are going to move on to Harry Potter there for those of you interested. Here we are. So I went, well, we went to Minalima. I don't know if anybody knows anything about Minalima. Look at the size of that. That was the size of the bag. Now, Minalima do the concept art for Harry Potter. And they have their own shop in Soho with concept art. Now, I'm going to show you some of the prints. If you want to get the first one out. Get the first one out. So these are, for those of you who are interested in these bits, here we are. Take this one out. Is that the first one or the second one? Yeah, this is right. So this is from the first book, and it's them on the train. So as you can see, you've got Hermione and you've got Ron. They've got the sweets that Harry has bought. So with this concept art as well, can you see there's a little number at the base there? So they only make 250 of this particular version. So you can see all the fine detail they've got in there. And it's also, we've got it there, it's all authentic certificate. Authenticated, that's the word. And it's gold gilded. I think we got the light behind as well, which keeps reflecting on the so you have it's signed and you have the gold gilding. But what I love about it is you've got the pumpkin juice, you've got all the sweets, it's so colorful. You've got the frog that jumps on the window. Obviously you see Hermione, you've got dirt on your nose, did you know? And yeah, I just love it. So when I saw it, I thought I must buy it. So that's our first one. So that is from, Minnie, we hope you're liking these. Yes. All right, the second one. Okay, so this is from book 3. And this is the night bus. And obviously when Harry went to jump on the night bus in book 3 after he you know, blew up his aunt, which you can see there. Again, you got some pumpkin juice. That I really loved this concept art. It was one of Mark's favorite pieces. You've also got the Whomping Willow up there, and because it was one of Mark's favorite pieces as well, that was one of the reasons of getting this. And again, it's got the gold gilding and certificate of authenticity, and it's number 7 of 250. And the fact that it's number 7, if any of you know, there's 7 Horcruxes. 7 is a powerful number. You can also see the Time Turner, and you can also see Sirius Black, and of course Crookshanks. So yeah, I'm loving all elements of that one.
And the last one.
Now, this one is from book 2, and this is when Dobby is trying to save Harry Potter in his own way. So as you can see, you have the dessert there about to drop on the wife, what's his name's guest? I can't remember all the names now. But anyway, drops on the guest's wife's head. Of course, you've got Dobby, you've got Harry, and yeah, you just got the elements of, you know, book 2 in there. And I just thought that was really, really good. And I just loved that. You've also, this was number 29 of 250. So there's only 250 of these. And yeah. Then I bought I thought these cards were fantastic. And I don't know who's going to be the lucky recipient, should I ever send it out. But there's Hedwig, and here is the map. Oh, I say map, but it's of the castle. So there you go. And I really, really love these cards, and they do really remind me of the story, and the way that they depicted it is brilliant.
There you go. So after, that's our little haul for Millalima. We did do a little whistle-stop tour to Forbidden Planet, where you picked up this. And there's one more thing as well.
So I picked this up, and what I love about this, again, is all the artwork. So what you have, and this was $7.99 in Forbidden Planet, you have artwork here, and it's just a miniature book of, you know, the artwork, a little description there, and I just love it. I just love that I can just pop it in my pocket, bring it with me wherever I want to go. If I'm, you know, want to go somewhere sort of like where there are Harry Potter fans, I just think that this is a brilliant thing to pull out and be able to sort of talk about and show people. The Quibbler.
There we go. And one last thing we've got to show you for our last of our haul is Kelly bought the chocolate frog.
Yeah.
As you can see there.
So that is a replica prop. I also did buy some pins, but I've already put the pins, or I'm about to put the pins on my yeah, that can go back in there.
Yeah, that can go back in the bag. There we are. So that's our little haul there. I hope you enjoyed that. It's a very quick whistle stop tour of of the chocolate frog.
Yeah.
Put that back.
So yeah, so that was just a little show and tell of the stuff we bought from Millalima. And I absolutely love Harry Potter. Friends and Harry Potter are probably the two more prominent things that I actually love. And what I like about Harry Potter is, you know, we've got things here in London, namely Warner Brothers Studio, that you can actually go and immerse yourself. And it's not just for Harry Potter fans. I mean, you really enjoyed it as well. You
I really
enjoyed the
enjoyed
making of it. Yeah. And I really enjoyed it. And then we've got another Harry Potter fan, which is Sam. and she comes down. She said like quite a few times a year to go to the Warner Brothers studio. So it's nice that there are a few Harry Potter fans that watch, and sort of like we can all talk about it and see what everyone's doing or what the newest thing is. And I mean, I play the game, but over the last couple of weeks, it's tired me out, that game, because I just feel like it's not that it's just like it keeps glitching, things aren't registering and all of these. So I'm just thinking, and they're so, the games that they're putting out, or the tasks that they're putting out, are so close together, there's no time to finish them. So in the end, I just thought, oh, do you know what, it's just not, I'm not gonna be what I think. The one just finished yesterday and then started again, and a different one started yesterday or something. And I just think they're starting and finishing within an hour of each other. And it's just crazy. I just think, well, how much do you think people can play? And I just thought it was unrealistic. So now I don't play it religiously like I, because I just think, oh my God, I'm going to have spaces on my thing. And when I got really sick, I had missed out on a couple of spaces, and I was just like, oh no. So then I couldn't finish the game, and then we were stuck at home, and there were no, night. The night bus wasn't in effect at the time, so yeah, so it was crazy. But yeah, it's that's it really. I'm not into the game as much anymore.
So, like I said, for those of you non-Harry Potter fans, I actually felt, like I said, I've never read any of the books, but I can appreciate actually the artwork and the when we went to the studio tours, as Kelly said, I really enjoyed it, even though I've not read them. I certainly have nowhere near the sort of knowledge of Harry Potter as Kelly does, but it is definitely something you can go to and enjoy.
Yeah, just like if you like the making of something.
Yeah.
You want to see props. You want to see how things were done, how things were made, how they achieved this, how they achieved that. It's a really good idea to go to. And even if you can't get to the Warner Brothers studios, if you can get to Minalima in Soho, you should definitely go. The staff there are full of knowledge. They have a gallery downstairs, and you start off in the gallery downstairs. Once you've had a look at the gallery downstairs, and there are prints to buy, there are books to buy also, you can pick up a book, you can pick up a print or whatever, and then come back upstairs. But yeah, there are just so many things to see, look, do, all of that type of stuff. Yeah.
Now, one place I would recommend going to is the Forbidden Planet, which we just mentioned, which is just off Holborn. Really, really good little shop in central London if you can get to. But they are all around the country. I do know there is one in Birmingham. I know that there's one in Newcastle. Well, there was one. I don't know if there still is.
Yeah.
But they are around there. If you do like your geeky type shops, that is the place to go.
Definitely, definitely. And you can always pick up something reasonable. You can even go online and pick up something reasonable from the Forbidden Planet. When we went to Warner Brothers Studio, there were quite a few things that were quite expensive. And equally, when you go to the parks, if you're lucky enough to get to go to Florida and go to Universal, I don't know, because there are a couple of Universal parks in California. Now, I don't know how the Harry Potter part is in the California parks, because I've never been. But I have been to the Florida parks, and I can tell you that Diagon Alley is one of my favorite places, and I do prefer it over Hogsmeade. However, there is a really good Hogsmeade ride, but I do prefer Diagon Alley over Hogsmeade. But it's fantastic. It's always packed in there, always. We've spoken again about this before. The rest of the park could be quiet.
That place will always be busy.
Will always be busy.
And it's mad. We went to Universal Studios thinking, and we got in, and that particular day was quiet. For Universal Studios, it was quiet. And we thought, fantastic, we can go on all the rides. And we did. We started to go on the rides like the Transformer ride, 5-minute wait, which is
Spider-Man ride.
Yeah, or 5 minutes wait. Now that's very, very low for a ride. We got to the Harry Potter world, it was rammed, and it's the one place in the park. Yeah, it's the one place in the park that is always busy.
Now, when you go to Diagon Alley, there's only one ride there, which is the Gringotts ride. and they have a dragon, and it's amazing. It's really. But there you have more of the shops. So I feel you've got, like, if you want to go to Florine Fortescue's, you've got Florine Fortescue. You want to go to Madame Malkin's, you can go to Madame Malkin's. You want to go to Ollivander's, you can go to Ollivander's. And so they've really made use of the space, and it's very reminiscent. And they have restaurants there, and it's very reminiscent of, for me, of Borough Market.
Yeah.
With regards to the architecture. And in the Borough Market video, you'll see us make reference to the fact that it's very reminiscent. Parts of it is very reminiscent to me of Diagon Alley. But like I said, you know, the thing that they've done with Diagon Alley, because you've got Gringotts there, and you can go into all the shops. So if you want to buy your wand at Ollivander's, you can. The wand can choose you if that's what you choose to sort of be involved with. Like I said, if you want to buy dress robes, if you want to buy robes, all of that type of stuff, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Then if you hop on over and go to because that's at Universal Studios, Universal Islands of Adventure is where you've got what you call it, Hogsmeade. And at Hogsmeade now you can ride the Hagrid ride, which we haven't done yet, but so looking forward to
definitely want to do that one.
So looking forward to doing that one. And then you've got the ride in the castle, and that one's amazing. And you know, Mark and I were talking about this because there was one point where Mark wasn't going on any of the rides, but yet you've done that one. You did that one without me.
Yeah, I did. I really enjoyed that one. Actually. Yeah, pretty good.
And then you can take your picture. So basically, they've got a mock-up of the Hogwarts Express, which you can take your picture with the driver of the Hogwarts Express, and then you've got the actual Hogwarts Express, which will take you from park to park. And that in itself is a really great train ride that you can go on, and it's different both ways. So it's different going from one park to the other, and then when you want to go from that park back to the other park, it's a different. So you get two different views. So you need to do the both. If you're going to do that ride, you need to do both. Food as well. I know you like the fish pie.
So we went to the Leaky Cauldron. That's why I was going like this, because I just remembered that food. So we went to the Leaky Cauldron in Universal Studios, and I must be honest, I was really impressed. Normally, food places actually in the parks aren't always the best. Unless you're going to a proper restaurant with the quick eats, they are okay, but this one was actually good. I really enjoyed it. The fish pie was good. The fish and chips, we had a few bits. They were nice. Not the best fish and chips I've ever had, but for the part, they were really good and the price you pay.
Yeah, I think the thing is, with something like fish and chips, it unless you've got like a proper deep fat fryer and things like that, it's very difficult to replicate. It's very, and obviously you have to have the right potato, because we'll use different potatoes here than what they would use over there. Now, if you go to Epcot Centre, they don't call it Epcot Centre, they just call it Epcot now. So if you go to Epcot, they've got the showcase, World Showcase, and they've got a UK one. Now, in one of the UK is London, and you've got the pub, the Rose and Crown, and you can actually buy fish and chips. And don't get me wrong, it does taste very similar to fish and chips, but it's not quite fish and chips.
No, but then again, to be fair, you get it from. Now, I was looking on YouTube actually for a Heston Blumenthal recipe on fish and chips. So what he did is, he had to get the ultimate one. He actually went for tempura batter for the batter of the fish, and that was really interesting. So with tempura, I didn't realize they would do this. So he dipped the fish in the batter and he fried that, but he said then what he did, he's got extra batter, and apparently what they do with tempura is they keep drizzling it on, so that then hardens and comes crispy. Then you add more, then that becomes crispy. So you add crispiness on crispiness on crispiness on crispiness.
So you got layers of crispiness.
Yes,
then.
And that gives it a really large, thick layer of batter, but it's all crunchy. and it's that crisp. Apparently, it's delicious.
Mm.
So that was his recipe as well. Check it out on YouTube. It was just interesting to watch how he made the what he called the ultimate fish and chips with these triple cooked chips, as they always do.
I'm not a lover of this triple cooked chips business.
This is the big thing, and this is the big thing at the time. So you basically boil them, then oven cook them, then fry them.
Or the reverse. Yeah.
What are the orders?
Yeah, I'm not a lover of that. But what was your favorite in World Showcase? What's your favorite country?
Oh, so World Showcase in Epcot, Florida. I would. Oh, that's a difficult one. Don't want to be biased and say UK. I love actually the Mexican Tower.
Yes, I know you do.
The Mexican Tower. I don't know. I could live in there.
Chichen Itza. They've made a mock-up of Chichen Itza.
What I love is you go inside and they've got like this mock-up Mexican market.
Yeah.
But what I really like is the restaurant. And the restaurant, they've got design. They painted all the walls black, so it looks you're at night. They put obviously optic lights in there, so it looks like the stars, and it feels like you're having a meal. In the evening in a Mexican restaurant. I thought I could live there. I could easily live in there.
It's very it's very impressive. Yeah. I can't tell you what is my favorite. I like the thing about World Showcase that I like is that you can experience a bit of every country. Now, years ago when I first went, they were very strict and they only had people of that nationality working in that specific country.
Yeah.
So when you went to the UK, it was only British people. There was no Americans or anything like that. Only British people, and everything was imported. Everything. I think everything is still imported, actually.
So when Kelly says UK, obviously just for that section. So for the Norway section, Norwegians would be working. For the Mexican sections, Mexicans. You get where we're going.
Yeah. And for the French, for when you go to France, it's French people. So they had the native people of that specific country working in each showcase. But then when Mark and I went, there was somebody American working in the UK, and I was just like, oh, this is very strange, because this is not how it was before. Because you normally had the people who were native to that country actually working in that country. But it's actually switched up quite a lot now, and it's really nice. I mean, I love it. I don't know if I've got a favorite one because I love them all.
Well, the food actually in these places is great. So you get to go around and try the food from each of the countries as well. And the actual plate sizes are small. So what we were doing is going around each of the little countries and then ordering food there. The Moroccan one, I really recommend actually having the falafel. That was really, really good. Yeah. Obviously the British one, you can have the fish and chips, and the fish and chips is quite good. You can then we went to the France. What did we try there? Was it the crepe? They had the crepe store, so we did have some crepes. I did enjoy those.
I can't remember.
Yeah, they had a little crepe store, which I was having those. So I love the crepes then with Nutella. That was.
In the Germany, I had the Black Forest gouge.
Oh yeah, you did. That was right. But
Black Forest gouge.
They did have. Was it funnel cake they were having there, which we tried? Was it the funnel cake?
I don't think that was in Germany. No, the funnel cake was in the America part.
Oh, the funnel cake was so good.
Yeah,
I love that one.
Funnel cake was in America. What's Nehar say?
Oh, Nehar, sorry. Hey, I'm back. Sorry, I was just doing something when my laptop went off. No problem.
Oh, no problem. Don't worry. Good to have you back.
Glad you're back.
We're talking about Florida and Epcot and the World Showcase, and what parts we love about the World Showcase in Epcot.
We were also talking about the food that we were having as well.
Yes.
And I was talking about the fish and chips there. So I don't know if you're a big fan of fish and chips or you don't like it.
Because you're quite healthy now, so
yeah,
I don't know if it'd be your sort of thing. But I love all of it. I like going to the different countries or to their version of the different countries and trying all these things. And a lot of people, when they go to the Japan part, Japan do frushi, which is like a fruit version of sushi. But I didn't enjoy it that much.
You did. I quite like it, but Kelly doesn't like it at all.
Yeah, I didn't like the frushi. But now, which pavilion did they do it in? I can't remember if it was China or if it was Japan where they did the strawberries.
That was China. So in China they did the Chinese store. They did strawberries, which they dipped in almost like a sugar.
Yeah, sugar syrup.
Sugar syrup, that's right. And then they had sesame seeds on that. That was so delicious.
It was so good.
We ate 2 of those each. That's how good it was.
It was so good. And there was one day I was so tired. Mark actually walked there and brought it back as a surprise because I was just sitting in the aircon because it was so hot. I think there was one April that we went, and it was really hot. It was
really hot.
And they had the food because they only do these things during food and wine festival, or if it's the festival of the arts or anything like that. So when we went, it was, I think it was food and wine.
Yeah,
it was food and wine. Yeah, it wasn't arts festival, it was food and wine festival. And so at the food and wine festival, you can go to each pavilion and try something. I think I went to the American pavilion and I got to try a bit of barbecue. But there are so many, because I've been watching different YouTubers and things like that, there are so many restaurants and so many dishes that I want to try. I cannot wait until, everything we're given the green light and we're able to go to these places, because I tell you, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to be so happy.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, we've got plenty of places for us to try.
Yes.
We are going to keep going with our different stores as well. We were thinking about, we did the sweet treats, which we're going to upload. So we treated ourselves to a lot of delicious little sweet treats last weekend. For those of you who are interested, I'll reveal. So as Samuel was saying, we did crosstown donuts. We also did a creme, which is a cookie place. The cookies were that thick. They were huge. They're delicious. So we will upload that as well.
Yeah. The only thing that I have to say about that, we should have eaten it when they were hot.
Yeah, so I'll recommend.
They just came out the oven.
If you do go to Creme in Soho, do try and eat them straight away, because when they come out the oven, they are gooey, they are soft, they are really chocolatey. And the double chocolate one is actually vegan. You can actually have that one as well. So if you are vegan.
Or if you are going to bring them home, heat them up in the oven.
Yeah.
Just heat them up.
I don't know if they would work in the microwave or they just turn to goo. I think the trouble is in the microwave, it overheats so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I have a tendency not to heat things up in the microwave. I have a tendency to heat them up in the oven. So I don't really know with microwaves, to be honest. Because they are done in the oven, my suggestion is to do them in the oven rather than do them in the microwave. But that's just my suggestion.
True.
Yeah.
True. So that was what we're going to do. So we are toying with the idea of doing a sweet treat video.
Yes, but the thing is, I feel like with a sweet treat video, we have to have something savory.
No, I disagree.
Look at this one. I'm
totally disagree. If you're going to do sweet treats, you don't want to put savory. This is all.
We have to have something savory so we don't get upset stomachs.
No, I'm saying as well, we can do a combo of the stuff we've done and combine it all into one.
I see. Yes.
Video.
Yeah. You were talking about
so remember as well, you can just imagine you've had your savory stuff and you've just gone on to sweet treats.
Yeah.
But that's if you guys want to see the sweet treat video. We also we've got loads more restaurants to try. Yeah. Thank you so much to Samuel for the suggestions.
Yeah, Samuel suggested so many, and I was like, ooh.
And Nihal, we haven't forgotten your bubble tea one.
Yes, we haven't. No, we haven't forgotten that.
Funny enough, we did look for the bubble tea. What was it called again?
Bubbleology.
There are a couple in central London, so we are going to try and get to that as well.
Yeah.
And we are going to try and order the bubble tea you recommended.
Yeah.
Yes, we will do that as a note to you. We might try and get a few of them actually. Try.
Different ones. Yeah, 3 or 4 different ones to try.
So that might be a video in itself. Just doing the bubble tea. Karthik said, did you try the Milk Train Cafe at Covent Garden? Yes, we did. And we loved it.
If you see, I've actually uploaded the video, and it's under dim sum, like dim sum and fancy ice cream, and you'll see we went to the Milk Train.
So what we probably should have done, I did say to Kelly, we should probably rename that video, because we just put dim sum. We didn't name the places, but the fancy ice cream bit was the Milk Train.
Yeah.
And the Milk Train was fantastic. I love that candy floss on the outside. And what I was doing is I was actually scooping it into the ice cream and having a big big mix of candy floss and ice cream. That was so good.
Yeah, it really was good. I think I want to go again.
Yeah.
Mark is not looking forward to the queuing part.
It's that queue.
But for me, I just think it's just a normal thing to queue, to be honest.
Do you know what? I would love to take a day off and then just go in there because I think during the week it wouldn't be as busy, especially at this time.
Yeah.
Just to avoid the queue. I'd love to be able, because what I'd love to be able to do is actually have the ice cream in the actual store. There's only 3 booths they've got there, so it's first come first serve. So when we went there, it was so super busy that all 3 booths were used, and when somebody got out, somebody immediately went into the booth.
Yeah, and what they did was there's like a couple of seats against the wall, and people sat at those sort of seats against the wall.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really a chance for us to be able to sit down and eat ice cream. And somebody had eaten ice cream, and there was chocolate ice cream smeared all over the table.
Yeah, I know.
And of course, the staff was super busy, so they wouldn't have been able to clean the table because there was a 20-minute queue. We were stood in a 20-minute queue outside. So yeah.
Yeah, Karthik, have you been? Did you manage to go? I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly, by the way. If not, please let me know.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you been to the milk train? And also as well, I was going to ask you, is there any recommendations you have for us you think we should try? Because we love trying the new things as well, and you guys always give us really good suggestions. Yeah. So it's something that we would like to go and try. Samuel recently suggested quite a few good places which we did try, and we did enjoy Samuel. Sorry, we didn't want to give you the impression we didn't like Crosstown Donuts.
No, I've been chatting to him.
Yeah, you have. Yeah,
he knows.
But yeah, Milk Train, if you guys get to go in
thoroughly recommend.
It's good ice cream as well. It's the theatre behind it is fantastic. All the little pieces they put on there.
Yeah.
And that candy floss does capture the little bits of pieces. So if
it falls, it falls in the candy floss. So which is quite nice. And yeah, I just feel like when they put a ring on it, it's just the ring of candy floss is quite good. There's another place in London that also does it. I'll have to look it up.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll go and try that one as well.
It's very much the sort of Japanese theme one. I did see in Japan they do candy floss, and they shape the candy floss into like a rose pattern,
like a flower. Yeah, there's ones that I've seen that they shape like flowers.
Oh no, Karthik said has to try it yet.
You must try it.
Yeah, if you do get a chance, give it a go.
Yeah.
Be prepared to queue though.
Yes.
Especially if you go on a weekend.
We queued for 20 minutes, and the queue got longer as we got further in. The queue got longer, but to be fair, Mark thought the queue was longer than what it was because people were queuing past the door. But what it was, people were coming out with their ice cream and just standing past the queue. So Mark thought the queue was even further than what it actually was, but it wasn't. It was a 20-minute wait. And like I said in a previous live, what was very interesting, there was lots of children in the queue, and there was one child in front of us, and he did not want to be in that queue.
No,
he didn't want to be in that queue. He was telling his parents, "I don't want it. I don't want it now. Let's just go. I don't want this ice cream now." He must have been about 8, and he was with his sisters, and the sisters were just waiting patiently. They were older. And he was just like, "Oh no, Mama, Dad, I just want to go." But obviously the parents wanted the ice cream, so they were trying to persuade him to stay. Behind us, there was a little girl with her father, and her father was like, "Are you sure you want to stay in this queue?" And the girl was like, "Yes." Now she must have been about 6, possibly 7. That girl was determined. She didn't care if she was going to have to queue for 3 hours or however long it was. She wanted the ice cream.
But I was going to say, funny enough, actually, a lot of parents, actually, when they waited about 5-10 minutes, forget this, and they went.
Yeah.
So I think that's the thing. You just be prepared. You will have to queue if you go on the weekend. Now, though, it may change as the weather changes. I don't know if it would do because it is very popular ice cream Milk Train. Yeah,
and it's one of the most Instagrammable places as well. You know, for Instagram, people sort of like showing off the ice cream on Instagram and things like that.
Well, the other one, actually, as we were in Soho, the queue that was massive, which actually shocked me, was L&N.
Yeah.
So L&N is, they do obviously cakes, different cakes, croissants, that type of thing. But the cakes are good. We did a video as well where we went to L&N in St Pancras in King's Cross, and that was really good. I would recommend their cakes. They are very nice. But apparently L&N is one of the most Instagrammed
Instagrammable,
restaurants.
But not the two that we passed. There's another one.
Yeah, not the King's Cross one, sorry, I should say.
And not the King's Cross one, and not the one in Soho. I believe it might be in Covent Garden. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
But they've got like a wall of flowers. And when we looked in the window at the one in Soho, there was no wall of flowers. So unless it was towards the back and to the left, we didn't see any wall of flowers in that. But the one that is the more Instagrammable one is the one with there's all roses on the wall and all of this, and people are taking their photos by it and all that. I think that one is in Covent Garden. I'll have to look it up because I'm not sure. Hey, Minnie!
Hello!
Hi. Oh, Minnie, you know what? We just showed... Oh, should we...
Do you know what?
Minnie, this is for you.
This is for you. We're going to show you again. So, apologies, everybody. We're going to show it again because Minnie's here. We want to show Minnie. So, this is going to be very quickly, Minnie, what we've done. How are you, by the way?
She would have just got in from school.
Right. Minnie, this is for you to show you.
If you show the train one first.
Recognise that?
The thingy's glaring off of it, so you might have to bring it a bit closer.
Oh. Can you see?
Come down a bit.
You got it?
She might, I don't know. Yeah, sort of.
Sort of. That's Minalima.
If you bring the train one out first. I did send you some pictures.
Oh yeah, you were trying to get contact, weren't you?
Yeah, I did send her some pictures. I wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure if you were getting my emails.
When you say the train one. Oh, the train one.
Yeah.
So just again, quickly for Minnie.
So as you can see, you've got Hermione, you've got Ron, you've got Harry. And what I love is all the sweets and the pumpkin juice, because of course he goes, we'll take the lot. And of course he's got the whole trolley there.
And he said, oh my God, it's so cute.
Of sweets. And yeah, you've got the train at the top there. You've got the castle, if you can see. Yeah, I love this one. So this is from 1.
That one?
Yeah. That's from book 1. This one is from book 2. So you can see Dobby and with the cake that he's just about to drop on the boss's wife. Mr. Dursley's boss's wife. And I love that one. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody else. We're re-showing these again. Don't really haven't seen them yet.
Last but not least, the bus. This is from book 3, as you know. Of course, again, what I love is pumpkin juice, the bus. You've got the Sirius Black from book 3. You've got the Whomping Willow. You've got the aunt that he blows up. All of that type of stuff. You've got, obviously, Hagrid's hut. And, yeah, I just love all the detail that is on it. You've got little Crookshanks down there.
And that one was 7, wasn't it? 7 of...
Yeah, this one is number 7, which, as everyone knows who has read Harry Potter, is one of the more powerful numbers. So, yeah. So, there you go. So, that was our haul. Oh, yes. I also went to Forbidden Planet. And in Forbidden Planet, I bought this brilliant little book. And in it, you've just got the artwork right there. And what I love about it is just like, it's just so small to flick through. I don't know if that will get in focus there. But you get the gist. I think because Mark is in the screen. So, of course, he's trying to pick up his face as well as trying to pick up the book.
I'll move out of the way.
There you go. So, yeah, so it's focusing now. So you can see it's got like a little bit of blurb and all the sort of pictures from the film, from Minalima, the book, or Minalima's concept art and all of that type of stuff. So, yeah. So sorry, everybody. We just showed it again, but that was mini. So, yeah, so that was different things that we bought and went to Minalima and that. And I've yet to order my books. I went there and I did see some books. And I do want to get the books, but I thought I would just order them because we just had so many bags and stuff to carry,
God,
and that bag was huge. And poor Mark had to carry that all day.
Around London.
All around London.
I had to carry that. So there we are. Have you been though anyway? Everything good? How's school?
Yes, how is school?
Yeah, there we are. So that was our little, again, sorry everybody, that's our second haul. There you go.
What does she say? I can't read everything.
Oh, so I saw that the so Minnie said, oh, the night bus, oh my god, wait, too cute. They're amazing, really great pics, guys.
I love them.
Yeah, there we go. So Minnie, yes. So it's great. Thank you for asking. Love my classes. Oh, that's really, really good. And thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
There we are. We've been.
There we are.
Oh, Minnie said, school, not lol.
Well, I'm glad you're having a good time at school. Keep it up because I know you're enjoying your. Are you doing more animation classes? Is the other question. Because I know you were doing some during the summer. I think were you doing them during the summer? I think you were. You were doing a couple of classes during summer. So yeah. So I think. Did you feel like you wanted to wrap up? Is that what you?
No, I was just going to say. Have animation next semester.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So we've just been going on basically. So we've just been talking, for those of you just joined us as well. We just also did an animation class in the summer. Yeah, that I remember you saying. Yeah, so for those of you catching up, we were just doing a little roundup of the food that we've been doing as well, food videos. We've got quite a few more to do. We didn't actually shoot in Millilima actually because we've done it already.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to catch the video, there is a video that we have done previously in Millilima. I did do a TikTok for it, so if you follow us on TikTok, you'll see I've done quite a few different videos on TikTok. So I've done like some cake ones and some ones where we've previously been to Florida. I've done one that was in Millilima. I also did a Warner Brothers Studio one. I did a open air cinema picnic type one that we did for afternoon tea.
Yeah,
I did. So I've done a few videos on there. If you want to follow us on TikTok, please do.
Minnie said I still have to watch your video you posted, so no spoilers, please.
Right.
We won't say a word.
We won't say a word. Yeah. So I've just been sort of trying to keep up with the both of them, really. You know, YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah.
And plus try and achieve all the life stuff that the normal everyday life stuff that I have to do at home. You know, like I'm working on documents and things like that. So it's just a little bit full on, and I'm thinking, oh no, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to call this, I'm going to get this phone call, and so I'm just trying to fit everything in. So please bear with me with regards to the videos, because I know we've been so slow lately. Because normally we would do like
2 or 3 a week.
2 or 3 a week of videos, and we're just about managing to do one, if that. Some weeks we're not even been able to do one. So after this, I'm really going to try and work on one. So I've got one to upload tomorrow. But should I not upload it tomorrow, it probably will be uploaded on Thursday.
Now we've got a huge backlog actually, because we have backlog. What we've been doing, although we haven't uploaded many, we have continuously been filming them. So we've got quite a few to go on. Like I said, the Millilima store, though we didn't film, is up there already. The one you released today was Borough Market.
Yes.
So again, you can have a little look at that one as well.
She said don't give any spoilers because she hasn't watched it.
No, I won't give any spoilers. But yeah, that's got a few in there, bits and bobs for you to see in there. And we have been to quite a few places in terms of our sweet treats. So we've got that to upload as well.
Yeah.
A really good pizza place we went to, recommended by Samuel, which we've got to upload. We did the chocolate one we've got to upload. We did the Starbucks summer drinks we've got to upload.
Yeah, that was.
Well, I don't know, a bit late with the Starbucks summer drinks, because those ones have got to go up as well. So we've got quite a few.
We've got quite a few videos that we need to upload. So we do have content. We just haven't had time to. And plus, because the two of us will work on the video, that's sometimes what takes long. So if there is a concept of something that we want to like speeding it up and adding music, Mark will do that. But then when if I'm adding photos, I will do that. So, or if there's a thumbnail that needs to be done, Mark will do that. So sometimes it can take a bit long in that sense, because we're both, and we're trying to fit it within our everyday life, what we do and stuff like that. But Mark has done a few thumbnails for different videos, so which then allows me then to do the videos, which is fine. But then he needs to speed things up and add music, so that slows things down a little bit. But other than that, we can. I'll try and do one tonight.
Yeah, we'll try and get them
ready for tomorrow. So yeah.
So well in advance, for those of you know, 13th of October is
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future Day.
I thought it was October 15th.
Was it?
Yes.
I'm sure it was the 13th. Maybe I got it wrong. Well, the 13th or the 15th is October. So I have, luckily, I had been
November
working
5th night. Oh, is it 5th? November.
Anyway,
yeah,
I have been working on some of the Back to the Future recipe ones there as well. If you want to have a Back to the Future themed party, that's already on the pipeline. And the cheesecake one actually as well, the French cheesecake.
Yep.
We did the uploads on as well.
Is there a Friends Day?
I don't think there is.
I don't know of it, but I'm wondering, is there an official Friends Day?
So,
because there's a Star Wars Day.
Yeah, May the 4th.
And there's Back to the Future. I think it's October 5th, 1955. So I think it's.
Oh, maybe it's October 5th then. Maybe.
Yeah. So there is a Back to the Future Day. But I believe the Back to the Future Day is the one where he goes forward in time. And I think that is the one, because it's 2015.
Yes.
I think that's the Back to the Future Day, whatever day he goes.
Minnie said, "I'm not sure there is, Kelly."
Right.
It'd be difficult then to say what would the day be if there were a Friends Day. Would it be the day they were on a break, or would it be? I'm
gonna have to look it up and see if there is a Friends Day.
An official Friends Day.
An official Friends Day, because it's difficult to believe that there isn't one.
I've got my tablet right
He's
here.
got his tablet.
That's a bit lucky, isn't it?
Because I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna Google. He's gonna Google it. They don't, because I know they don't advertise it, because obviously, but I think back in the day when Friends was at its height, which would have been season 5 or 6 or something like that, it's difficult to believe that they wouldn't have coined a Friends Day at the time. But obviously now, since Friends has been gone for the last 25 years, it's sort of faded out. So it'd be difficult to believe that they didn't.
I would not say Friends has faded out. If anything, it's as popular as ever.
Yeah, but what I mean to say is the Friends Day has faded out. People who have Sky and things like that will watch Friends. I think Friends is actually played on Channel 5 as well.
In the UK.
In the UK, yeah. So, I mean, but if you have Sky, or I don't know what you may have over there, Minnie, whether it's cable or whatever, but here we have Sky. So it'd be satellite, and Virgin will be our version of cable. They will be played on those channels, on Comedy Central and thing. So, but not everybody in the UK is going to have that. So they'll just have the normal Freeview or channels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I think, imagine is in the UK, your basic channels are 5 channels. That is it. There's no more channels. There's just 5 channels. And it's only when you get things like Sky, you get the movie channels, you get Sky One, you get MTV, you get all the music channels and all of that type of stuff. And with Freeview, there's only a few channels there. I don't even think there's 30 channels on Freeview. I don't think. So you get obviously 1 to 5, and then you get the relevant subsidiaries. So for Channel 4, I think Channel 4 has 2 or 3 channels like E4 and what else do they have? E4, 4 on demand, that type of thing.
Right, now, so I've been quickly doing the Google while they're doing it. Apparently, there's no Friends Day as such. However, people celebrate Friends. The first showing, which was the 22nd of September 1994, which means technically you could argue the 22nd of September would be Friends Day. But that's not official.
But that's not official. Right, okay. Well, maybe if one day they decide to bring back Friends, they will probably name a specific. They might name a Friends Day then, if they decided to come back and do Friends again.
Yeah.
But it obviously for the characters, Friends doesn't mean the same to them as it does to us who watches the characters, because they played the characters, and when you play a character, it's not the same.
So Minnie said it's the non-official Friends Day. Minnie, just because you've missed the early bit, we were saying this to Niha. So basically, you may have seen the video when we did the Friends Fest back in earlier this summer. So they're doing another one in London, but this one is a Christmas Friends Fest. So they've decorated all the sets basically with Christmas themes as well. I think basic is the same thing, but just all Christmas decorations. But that will be happening in London in November and between November and December. We don't know the official dates yet.
But I don't know if we're going.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to go. We went to the
summer one, and I can't see how the Christmas one would be any different bar having Christmas trees everywhere. So I don't know.
Oh, Minnie said, oh, yes, I did. Oh, a Christmas Friends Fest. That sounds cool.
Yeah, but I can't see how it would be any different other than Christmas trees, because obviously, you know, they do the Christmas episodes and the Thanksgiving episodes. So I can't see how it would be any different other than Thanksgiving and Christmas, I think.
Sam, hello.
Hey, Sam, how are you? Hope you're well. I was talking about you earlier because we were talking about Harry Potter. And I said it's great that we do have Harry Potter viewers on here, because you, Sam, and then Samuel's also a fan. Minnie, Ray, who else? Nahar. I don't know if Nahar's a Harry Potter fan.
No, I'm not sure. I think Friends.
She's more Friends, yeah.
Yeah, we're well, thanks, Sam. You good?
Hope you're well. And so yeah, so we're just talking about like Harry Potter and things like that.
Actually, there was one last thing to show.
Oh yeah, there's one. So we went to Minalima at the weekend. Sam, when you come down to London, have you ever been to Minalima?
The replica chocolate frog.
Yeah.
Now with this comes as well. So this we've just shown off our haul, basically the stuff we bought. And that's what it comes with. It also comes with.
It's got a card, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the card. If you can see that there, but the 3D card, the little chocolate, and there's a chocolate frog in the bit. So that was the. They do sell these at the Warner Brothers Studios thing, but it's £20. It's 15 at Forbidden Planet. So just if you want to make that saving, if you are interested in it, that's what you can get. Oh my God, the chocolate frog, said Minnie. Minnie said, I would love to see Monica's tree where the half is nicely decorated and the other side is a miss and the others are trying to decorate it. That would be cool. They added that for the Christmas fest. Oh, okay. They could do, you know, also as well. I do think they have the turkey thing. You know, which you get stuck in the turkey.
The one that I would like, if I was going to go, is seeing all the dead Christmas trees, because, you know, Phoebe gets upset when they start throwing it in the chipper. And then she tries to sell the dead Christmas trees.
Well, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, but it's quite a funny episode. I really like it. But yeah, that would pretty much be the only. Yeah, I don't know if it would be enough to entice me to go to that specific Friends Fest. Only because it's winter as well. It'd be cold. It'd be rainy. I mean, it was raining when we went.
Yeah, it was raining when we went. And that was in the summer.
Yeah.
Minnie said the poor dead Christmas tree.
Yeah, and then she sees you. When it goes in the chipper, and Joe's like, yeah,
Sam says, sorry, I kept left you. My YouTube keeps glitching.
Oh, don't be silly. That's absolutely fine. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. What would we say? What was that? Yeah. So I was talking about people who love Harry Potter, and I said, and there was there's another guy, Samuel, who I've been chatting to quite. We chat quite a bit on Insta and TikTok, and we chat mainly about food because he's quite a big foodie. But he also says Harry Potter is his thing as well. So I was just saying that, you know, there was another viewer, Ray, and she says when she comes down to London, she really needs to go to platform 9 3/4. So I was just saying, you know, it's so nice to be chatting with people who are really into the whole Harry Potter thing. And Samuel, he's a real big foodie, and he's like, have you tried this place? Have you tried this place? Have you tried this place? And what about this place? What about that place? And I'm thinking, oh my God, yeah, this looks really good. That looks really good. And then I'm saying to him, have you tried this place? Have you tried this place? So I think he's planning to come down to London at some point, because he's a real foodie. He loves like going to all the different restaurants and stuff like that. And
we'll have to arrange a big group outing to platform 9 3/4.
Yeah, what we should do is arrange something when everyone's free, and then everyone meet up at a specific spot and say, right, we're going to go to platform 9 3/4, and like pick specific locations where we're going to go eat, what we're going to go do, and things like that. Would be amazing.
Yeah, well,
that would really be good.
That'll be some video.
That would be some
anybody
video.
Who wants to be in it. Otherwise, we'll have to blank your face. So.
Do you know what? There was one, like when I first started doing the playing the Harry Potter game.
Oh, sorry. Sam said just followed your TikTok.
Oh, bless you. You'll see video. There's all different kinds of videos on the TikTok. When I first started watching because when I first started playing the game, I wasn't too sure on how to play it, so I was watching a lot of YouTube videos. And there are events in the States, which is we don't really do it here, where people were just getting together. They'd meet up in one spot, or there'd be an event. So
explain the game just for anybody who doesn't know what the game is.
So basically, in the Harry Potter game, you choose what profession you're going to be. So whether it's a magic zoologist, whether it's an aura, or whether it's a professor.
And what's the name of the game?
Wizards Unite.
Okay, Wizards Unite for those of you interested.
So Wizards Unite for those of you who are interested. So you pick your three one of the three professions, and you can play as once you collect. So basically, you need to collect books in order to progress within your profession. So once and in order to get the books, you need to do certain tasks in order to get these books. So, but the books are few and far between. So, but now they've added another level. So basically, once you complete your profession, you could then move on. You could then move on to another profession. So I'm an aura, but then if you wanted to move, and with each profession, you are able to perform different spells, different charms, different hexes. It just goes according to your profession. So I play the part of an aura, and there's also professor and magizoologist, and you will have different strengths against the different creatures you have to fight or defend against. And you also have weaknesses, and my weakness would be a werewolf, spider. And I don't do very well with the pixies, but I can defeat the pixies, the pixies and the Urklings. But it's more difficult for my profession to defeat the spiders and the werewolves particularly. And you have to be at a certain strength. And you have all these potions, and you boil the potions, or you brew the potions, shall I say, and then you use them within your spells or your casting or your hexing or your whatever. I forgot what the point of the story was.
So Sam said this sounds like a good game.
Yes, it is a very good game.
So for those of you...
Oh yes, that was the point of it. Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
No. So the point I was trying to make was in the States, because the game is very popular in the States. And in the States, they have these groups, and they all get together. They don't know each other. They just come from all over. They'll meet, and then they'll walk together to go and fight these sort of different almost not like a walking tour, but a walking group, if you like, because the game is a bit like Pokemon to encourage you to walk.
I was going to say, actual fact, I was going to say to you to explain it a bit like that so people can see. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know this game, it's very much very similar to the Pokemon game. Now the idea with the game is it has a map, so it generates a map of the area you're in. And what they'll do on each street corner, wherever you're doing as you're walking, things will appear. So you can either battle things, collect things, that type of thing. So it really is an interactive game to encourage you to walk. So as you're walking down the street, it'll say you can collect something here, collect something there, or battle something.
Yeah. And what I love is that these total strangers, and don't get me wrong, because I don't encourage meeting total strangers. I always be careful, speak with your parents if you're young. you know, make sure that everything is safe, because I'm all about safety. And so what I really love about it is that these people who have a love of something, they all get together, they all group together, and they all meet and they do this walk, or, you know, and go and battle these things. Because at the time, you couldn't, unless you met up with people, you couldn't, you had to go into castles to battle. Now the castles are placed all over the country, you know, and there'll be one relatively near you. But you would have to go there in order to be able to battle in the castle. Now, battling in the castle would provide you with these orange books that you need to progress within your chosen profession. And the more books you achieve, the more you move up in the level. I'm going down because the tree is going down, but it's actually up. But the further up you get in your profession, and in the tree, the further down you get within your profession, the stronger you become. But in order to become strong, you need to get these orange books, and these orange books are few and far between. Therefore, you had to go to the castle to battle. But now they've developed this thing of the night bus. So when you're on the night, so now you can enter via the night bus. So you now don't have to go out. They developed this because of the pandemic, because we were on lockdown. So they developed the night bus. So now you can be at home. And what you do, so the stronger that you are, the higher the chamber you can play in. So if you're weak, if you haven't completed your tasks, you would be at the top. So you'd go into chamber 1, 2, 3. The further down it goes, so like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, the stronger you have to be. Now you can fight in a group. There are 5 places within each chamber. If you can fill all 5 places, that means you would wait in a chamber and hopefully somebody will join you, someone else will join you. So now the best thing that you can do is have all 3 disciplines. That means all 3 positions, all 3 professions in your one chamber. If you can have all 3 in your one chamber, then you can pretty much all fight everything. But the people have to know which spells to cast in order to benefit the group. So like with me, I can't cast a spell for the whole group. So for me, I have to cast the spells individually. So I would cast so my strength will be focus spells, so that you can focus on whatever your chosen enemy that you're fighting. And I would have to go one by one and cast these spells. But I only have a limited amount of spells in order to cast. So if I've only got 2 or 3 spells, I can't cast a spell to each person because I won't have enough for myself. And that also goes with the people that I have to fight, with the enemies that I have to fight. If I've cast too many, that means I haven't got any spells for me to fight the actual enemy, which then means I'm going to fight the enemy in my weakest state because I wouldn't have been able to do the spells. Now, you also have spells that you can cast for other people, for their chosen enemy. So while you are strong against the Death Eaters.
So Sam's like, I'll definitely try and get this game tomorrow. And Sam just put a laughing emoji. So as you can see, Kelly's been playing this for a while. I've never played this game, but Kelly is highly addicted to this game. She plays this a lot.
I play it a lot, but you know what? Recently, it's gotten on my nerves a little bit because they are ending one task and beginning another task. Whereas before, you'd have time to replenish your potions. You'd have time to replenish things, and you just can't because the next event is starting. So you would have finished all your potions for something, and then you're starting the next event. So at the moment, I haven't been as on it as I should or could be.
I say you could probably do an entire live just on Wizarding World Unite.
Yeah, on Wizards Unite. Yeah, maybe one day I do, but I'm not an expert. I am not by any means an expert.
Sam, you're back.
Hey, Sam. We're just talking about Harry Potter.
Samuel, sorry. You got Samuel.
We've got Sam, Samuel, and I think Minnie's still with us, I think.
Sam, have you got any... Sam says, have you got the other Harry Potter game? It's kind of like Candy Crush, but a Harry Potter version.
Oh, really? Is that the mystery one? Oh, I would like to play. I would like to play that one. That one's similar to Candy Crush.
Samuel says a bit late, so I went to visit my auntie. No, not at all.
Oh, not all.
And then Samuel said, Harry Potter, Harry Potter.
HB.
So, yeah, you just missed. We were just showing, Samuel, we were just showing all our purchases we went to at Miller Lima.
Yeah.
Harry Potter ones.
Yeah, because Minnie is very much into Harry Potter, and so is Sam. And Sam comes down to London a few times a year to go to the Warner Brothers studios.
Oh, Minnie's got the game. Minnie's actually got the
Oh, have you? You've got the game as well. How do you find it, Minnie? How do you find the game? I'm finding it a little bit frustrating at the minute.
Oh, no, sorry. I think Minnie's referring to Sam's game, the one that's very much like Candy Crush.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah, I'm going to play that one, I think. I did a mystery one, and then I gave up on it because I just thought, oh, I couldn't get on with that one. But that one was way before Wizards. That one was back. Like,
Samuel goes, Harry Potter game, what's this? Oh, Samuel, what have you started?
Samuel, you don't know anything about the Harry Potter game. Oh my God, what about Wizards Unite? You must know about Wizards Unite, right?
Oh my words.
I'd be shocked if nobody knows about Wizards Unite and is not playing Wizards Unite. I'm going to be shocked.
So, Samuel, do you remember? Well, hang on. Do you remember there was a Pokemon phase of a phase of people playing this Pokemon game? So basically, the Pokemon game was you had a map on your phone, or basically it would map the whole area wherever you are at, and you would go and fight Pokemon. I forget, fight or
you'd catch them or something.
Catch Pokemons. Yeah. Samuel went, jaw drop it. So anyway, they've done a version of the Harry Potter thing, very similar. I've not played it. Kelly plays this, but very similar to the Pokemon Go. That's it.
It's very similar. The people who play Pokemon Go play Wizards Unite. But I am so surprised that Samuel, Sam, and Minnie aren't playing the game. That's mad. That's mad things.
Samuel said, no, stop it. Yeah, no, it's true. So if you think about it, rather than collecting Pokemon, you'll be battling things.
Yeah, you're battling werewolves, Death Eaters, pixies, Urklings.
So the game is to encourage you to walk places. So as you walk, if you walk down streets, even if you're traveling somewhere, you can. Oh, Sammy said, I'm a Pokemon fan, like mega fan, but Pokemon Go wasn't for me. Well, if you didn't like Pokemon Go, you might not like this one.
Yeah, but this one, you don't have to go out every single time. There is actually, because of the pandemic, Wizards Unite had to adapt the game in order to be played at home. So now you'll be able to get on the night bus. In order to achieve the events and tasks and things like that. So you now don't have to go out and do all the walking, but you do have to walk 0.25 miles a day. But if you have your game on, your game will do that for you.
Samuel said it was trash being the Pokemon game, but I'm definitely going to give this a go 100%.
Yeah, you have to. It's a good game.
Now, not Samuel, but Sam and Minnie said there's another game,
which is a little bit like Candy Crush.
Which is like Candy Crush, which Kelly doesn't know about. So,
girls, what is the game called? What is the Harry Potter game called? Because I don't know it.
And now, as soon as we end this live, Kelly's going to download it.
I'm going to go and download it, exactly. The one that's like Candy Crush. I don't know that one.
Yeah, because Kelly's going to want to play this one.
Yeah, I play Wizards Unite. I'm getting,
Sam said Candy Crush. Laughing emoji.
Do you know what? I used to play Candy Crush a lot, but do you know the one I play Fishdom now? So I don't play Candy Crush, I play Fishdom.
Oh, Minnie says she'll be back, she'll check.
Okay.
Sam says it's called Puzzles and Spells. Harry Potter Puzzles and
Spells. Right. There's one called that's just come out. I say just come out recently. It might have been out 6 months to a year, maybe, I think. And it's called Harry Potter Mystery or something like that.
There must be loads of spin-offs. There must be absolutely loads.
Yeah, there was a Harry Potter game right before any of all of this started.
Ooh, let's have a little look. So I've got my thing here. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna have a quick look.
Yeah, there was a Harry Potter game that was out years ago, and I tried it, but it was like a mystery game, and it wasn't. I felt it wasn't done very well. So I gave up on it. It's called Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells. Yeah, that's just what Sam said as well. She said the same thing. So it's a little bit like Candy Crush, but do you get teams? Like, are you girls like so ahead that I could join your team, or like, are you so far ahead that I can't join your team?
Right, I've just had a look here. So I've just looked under popular apps. There's one here called Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, that's the recent one, I think. That's the most recent one.
Minnie said you can join a team. So I don't know if you guys can see that. You probably can't see that, but it's called Harry Potter. I can't. It's not going to zoom in. It's a light. It's called Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. That's a new one. Let's have a little look.
There was another one called something Mystery, and I couldn't get on with it, so I didn't end up playing it, to be honest. But the one that I would like to play is you girls' one, which is the puzzles and spells. Because if it's anything like Candy Crush, I'm playing that. What does Samuel say?
Samuel said, short and sweet, but I'm heading off now. Next live, I'll tune in for a bit longer. Apologies. Speak to you both soon. Yeah, and have a great night. We're running on a few hours sleep, so early night for me.
Oh, bless you. Get to sleep, and we'll chat to you on the next live.
Minnie said, I played that game too. Yes, I've just seen it here. Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells. It's got a picture of Hagrid on the avatar.
Right, so that's the one I'm going to play then. But I can't believe all of you don't play Wizards Unite.
Kelly's just shocked.
I am. I'm really, really shocked. I thought everybody would play that.
There's another one called Magic Wands Wizard Spells, but I don't think it's Harry Potter. I think that's an HD. I think they've tried to get it. But yeah, that looks like the main one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll take a look into that. I'll download the game and I'll be like, right, okay.
Minnie said yes, it does.
Right. So yeah.
There we go.
Anyway, we've been on for 2 hours now.
Yeah, we have. Oh my gosh, the time has flown.
It's flown. Anytime we talk about Harry Potter friends or food, it just flies. The time just flies.
But you know what? I'm so glad you guys could join. I know Sam and Minnie right at the end. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really love being able to catch up with you.
Yes.
So it's been fantastic. That's going to be it from us. I hope you enjoyed that. We certainly enjoy doing the live. Again, we always love chatting to you guys. It really is great fun for us. And I hope you enjoyed it too. We will, of course, be at our usual live at 6 o'clock. Minnie, I'm happy I managed to tune in today. We're really glad you did.
Yeah, we're so happy.
We're thinking every time it's not the same.
Yeah, and Mark, I haven't seen Mark in ages. Yeah. His internet is still down.
And Sam as well. So happy you were joining.
Yeah, I'm so happy when anybody gets to join. I'm so happy.
Yeah, so 6 o'clock Friday, if you guys can make it UK time. Look after yourselves, as always. Take care, be safe, and you are never too old to have fun. Until the next time, take care. We will hopefully see you 6 o'clock Friday.
Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
And then shall we go?